Hey everybody, it's Mandy from Chapel of Forge. So if you follow me on Facebook or Instagram, you know that my friend Missy and I at Homesteading Roots did like a dough day. We did some pie crust that we put in the freezer, and we did bread dough that we put in the freezer. I think we did like 3 pie crusts per family and like 6 bread doughs per family, and it's been super convenient. So basically we just froze them in like Ziploc bags. So we wrapped them in plastic wrap, put them in Ziploc bags, put them in the freezer, and then all we have to do is pull it out, let it rise, and we can make bread or cinnamon rolls or hamburger rolls or whatever. A zillion things you can do. Pizza, we've made pizzas with them and they've been fantastic. So tonight, Zad and I are going to make cinnamon rolls because we wanted to make dessert / we would have plenty left over for breakfast tomorrow. Our apprentice Matt is coming over tomorrow. He's going to be learning how to make soap. Typically, he's here making fire pokers with Zad, but he wants to learn how to make soap. So I'm going to have him over tomorrow, and this will give us enough to have some dessert tonight. We can have it with breakfast tomorrow, get out some bacon. We just got some bacon from the hog that a friend raised, so yum. And I still have water glass eggs, which is fantastic because my chickens are still freeloading. So we'll have delicious breakfast in the morning. So we're gonna show you how to make this. Basically what we did is I just pulled it out of the freezer. I just let it thaw. And then I'm just gonna kind of take you through this process. So we're gonna make cinnamon rolls. I think we're gonna do orange icing.
Cranberry. Dried cranberries with orange icing.
Cranberry cinnamon rolls with orange icing. So I'm gonna link in the description. Missy at Homesteading Roots has the recipes for the bread dough and for the icing on her website, so I'm going to link those because they're super simple. They use stuff you probably already have in your pantry and on hand. So if you're doing the pantry challenge, this is another fun thing to do because you more than likely already have all this stuff. All right, so Zad just floured the counter. You can put down parchment, flour the counter, whatever it is that you prefer. And then he's just going to roll this out kind of as flat as he can get it. All right, so we're out of butter and we didn't get heavy cream, and so we didn't make any. So we're going to use bacon grease, and it's going to be delicious, and I'm really excited. So for this step, you can use bacon or bacon. You could certainly use bacon. You could use bacon grease or butter. Right, bacon makes everything better. So Zad is basically just putting, now that he rolled this out thin, he's just putting a thin layer of bacon grease on there. And then we're gonna move on to the next step. All right, so now that we got the bacon grease on there, we're gonna put some cinnamon sugar on. You can use, this just has cane sugar and ground cinnamon in our little shaker here. You can do straight cinnamon. I mean, you could really do whatever you want in this step, whatever kind of seasoning or... Yeah, this cane sugar doesn't come through quite as much as refined sugar, but, you know, we try to use cane sugar as much as we can. So in this step, obviously cinnamon, and then, like I said, you could add in whatever else you want. All right, so next step is we're going to put our dried fruit on. We're going to do cranberries. You could use dried blueberries, dried cherries, apricots, I don't know, whatever you like. You could put, in cinnamon rolls? I don't know if I'm into that. You can use whatever you want. Any kind of dried fruit that you like will be fantastic. So he's just gonna kind of sprinkle these on haphazardly. They look like a bunch of little turds. And then we're gonna get this rolled up, right? That's the next step, is to roll it up. All right, so he's gonna roll it. He's gonna roll it from the small side to the big side, just because it looks nicer, right?
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah, so we're gonna get this rolled pretty tightly. You know, try to make sure your little sprinklings are as even as you can. It doesn't really matter though. Everybody will get a nice little helping of their dried fruit. All right, so this is our favorite skillet ever. It's from Lancaster Cast Iron, which is actually in our town where we live in
2 miles from our house.
Lancaster County. They're 2 miles away. This is our favorite skillet ever. It's kind of made differently, you'll notice, than like a Lodge or whatever. It's the best. You can order them online. If you don't have one, you definitely need one. We have a zillion cast iron skillets, and we have more in the camper, and this is 100% the best one we have. I'll link it in the description too. So anyway, Zad is putting some bacon grease down just so they don't stick, and then he's gonna slice, and flavor, of course. And then he's gonna slice this log of goodness and put it in the skillet. So we let these rise. They didn't quite double, but I think it's gonna be fine. We have the oven preheated to 375. We're gonna bake these for about 25 minutes, see how they are, and we're gonna get these in the oven, and then we'll be ready to eat them and make icing. All right, so our cinnamon rolls are finishing up. While they're finishing up, we're gonna get the icing made. Like I said, I'm gonna link that in the description. So we don't have butter, as I mentioned, so we're gonna use our butter powder, which I think is gonna work fine. I also made orange extract like 3 years ago with vodka and orange peels, and it smells phenomenal. So we're gonna add that in instead of all the vanilla. So we'll do some vanilla and some orange extract. So I'll show you the icing here. All right, so since we use the butter powder, it's a little thinner, which is fine. If you want like a fluffy buttercream style icing, definitely use real butter. But for this, it'll be fine. I'm really not worried about it. So Zad's gonna pour that over them, and then we are going to have a snack, and it's gonna be delicious. All right, so that's how we made bacon cinnamon rolls with cranberries and orange icing. Obviously, you can do many variations of this. Add in whatever you like. Like I said, you could do the buttercream frosting if you used actual butter instead of, butter powder. But honestly, we kind of got like more of like a glaze, which is perfect. I think that's fine. It's going to be delicious. So I will put the instructions for this in the description. I will link Missy's 2 recipes so that you can make this dough and make the icing. And I hope that you have a yummy snack. See you next time.